Let's go back to the whole issue of the Reserve Bank chief, evidence he's given. Today, he fronted his second parliamentary committee in as many days. The other one was a Senate committee. Today was his usual appearance at the House Economics Committee, where he made this stunning revelation.
5 percentage
about
points.
1 to 1, yeah.
Yeah, so the unemployment rate goes, from the moment from 3.5 to 8.5 or 9.
One of your favourites, one of mine too, News Corp columnist, economist himself, Terry McCrann. Well, Terry, those unemployment figures we got during the week, higher than forecast. We were sort of going to get to 3.75 by the end of the year. We're at 3.7 now after January alone. And now this warning today of a possible 9% unemployment rate. Now, if you think paying your mortgage is hard when rates are going up, it's impossible if you lose your job.
Well, indeed, Peter, and that's, I think, the most fundamental message that Philip Lowe should have tried to get out there, and he didn't. Generally, if you asked me to rate his performance like an Australian Idol judge, I would have said, in terms of performance, he would have rated with me something around a 7.5 and 8. I think he did a pretty good job over the 2 days. But I think he stepped off the path when he made that statement. Now, it was not a prediction. Let's be very clear about that. He was not predicting a 9% unemployment rate. What he was saying, it was hypothetical, that if they didn't get on top of inflation, that's the sort of outcome that you might see down the track. So it was more of a, the bear in the wood that we all had to be afraid of, so let's allow him to do what he wants to do. I think that was the real intent of that message, but as you say, it does raise very serious issues about how this whole process is unfolding. You're getting these very big increases in interest rates, you're getting the very big increases in household mortgage rates, you've got all those cost of living pressures, you've got power prices, etc., etc. If at the end of that process you also lose your job, well, then you're really in very, very bad, very difficult territory.
All right, well, you're an expert. You've had a good look at him over 2 days. I think he has been very calm. He's been considered. He certainly put a lot of detail on the table. Having heard all of that evidence, give us your assessment on his and the bank board's capacity to get inflation down where we need it to be. Well,
I certainly can't say with great confidence, Peter, that I have that confidence that they will succeed in doing that. There's a lot of history in this. I think rates went down far too low. They created a bubble and they persisted with those low rates for far too long. And now they are paying the price, in a sense, of trying to deal with the outcome that they've produced. And we are all paying the price in terms of the impact on our wallets and our bank balances. So and that's before you get into the bigger issues about what's happening in the global marketplace. So I think he did a good performance over the 2 days in terms of laying out the issues and telling us that he was going to stay the hard yards, which impose hard yards on us. But whether he will actually deliver is, we're in the hands of the gods, really. And no one can make a prediction about how that is going to fold out and how effective he's going to be in achieving it.
There's been a lot of politics played in relation to the governor. I can see exactly why they want to do that. The governor is the person that the Labor Party want blamed for this crisis. They don't want themselves blamed for rate increases. Mark Bouros, people will know him, Wizard Home Loans. He's written in the papers today. Yeah, sure, there is blame there for the RBA, and he criticises them about excess money supply. But he then puts the blowtorch on government. Now, here it means the coalition as well, stimulating the economy with infrastructure spending, all that COVID cash. The government's got a role here, particularly with spending. What do you think?
Well, exactly, Peter. There's a lot of blame to go around. We all panicked at the beginning of 2020, not only policy, economic policy, but the way we handled the pandemic. And we're paying the price. And I guess the government wants all that price to be paid by the Governor of the Reserve Bank.
Terry, great to have your analysis. Thank you.